The mic is hot.
There we go. Crank the tunes. Where's the music?
Oh,
where's the music?
I'm trying. Oh my god. It's behind the Discord fucking thing.
Jesus.
Here we go.
Is that playing?
It's playing.
Did you guys make this?
No.
There we go. Hey! Look at stainless.
Pretty sweet.
Stainless.
Oh.
I didn't notice it.
Stainless.
Yeah, stainless backsplash. Oh, it's like an aura.
You're like an angel, Paul.
Accepts my aura.
There we are again.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dumb Brewing Video Podcast.
I forgot what number this was.
This is number 24, I believe.
Holy.
And I have an apology to make. That 24 wasn't on Saturday.
Yeah, what happened on Saturday?
Life got in the way, man.
Life got in the way.
And it shouldn't. It shouldn't get in the way of Dumb Luck Brewing. But unfortunately, this is not my full-time job yet. I was on graveyard shifts and
one day.
just couldn't make it happen.
And I was away as
Too
well.
much stuff going on. Brian was away. Normally we cover it, but... Anyway, welcome to the Dumb Luck Brewing Video Podcast, episode number 24. And we have a very special guest here today. A home brewer, far more experienced in his own right than us.
Far more experience.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Okay, sure.
This is Patrick. Patrick is joining us from, I guess you could say through jiu-jitsu we know each other.
Yeah.
But also now, as our brewing network grows, kind of part of that inner circle.
And it's a really great community to be in. It's a really cool thing to have. Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
Because, you started jiu-jitsu. When did you get involved with that?
The first time I ever got involved with
Which
it,
one was it? There you go.
I saw like it was a poster at my work. It's like, come meet Gracie. What's his name? You know, the bald one.
One of the Gracies?
Yeah, the bald one. Yeah. Okay, no, it's gonna bug me now. Who's that one that was in UFC 1?
Oh shit!
So you can't get it either. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Well, why am I blanking?
Oh my god.
Hoist Gracie.
Hoist
Gracie.
Gracie.
Yeah, that
Talking
one,
about-
yeah. So yeah, I did a seminar with him, and then I texted my friend. Oh, we're
There
going.
we go.
Okay. So I texted my friend Andy, and I said, "Oh, hey man, you want to come?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, for sure." $100 US, kind of pricey, but
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Sweet.
3 hours, and it just flew by. It was just so much fun. Next thing, and you should totally sign up for Kaboom. Ah man, it's pretty expensive. I don't know if I want to do it. Travel's only like what, $20. Ah man, and it's on sale this week. Only $10. All right. So really, you do one class and you're like, oh shit, I like it. Oh damn, I like it.
Can't stand how much I like
Alright.
this. Now I have to keep
All
showing
right,
up.
Yeah. And then man, I've been going like 4 or 5 times a week, and
Yeah.
I can't. And then the times I take like a week off, I feel terrible. I feel terrible. Like my body has changed for the worse. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm back.
Like a
I've lost
drug.
all my stripes.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible. But-
It's like you go backwards for a while.
Totally,
You definitely
yeah.
feel it.
It's a
Lose your
lifestyle
edge.
now.
Yeah. no,
Totally,
yeah.
yeah. So I can't imagine my life without it now. And it's only been 7 months, 6 months, and it's part of my life.
Nice.
Don't know what I would do without it.
Alright, welcome to the cult.
See, it is a cult.
Yeah, that's
It
what,
really
that's what our
is.
girlfriends got wives tell us. It's our cult.
Yeah. Do they let
You wear pajamas and everything. You know?
Do they let you practice?
Of course. Well, not on them, no.
Oh,
I
maybe yours.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like, stop it.
Yeah,
It's only
yeah.
class.
That's exactly what Courtney
Yeah,
says.
mine
Yeah,
doesn't
what are you
let me
doing?
practice.
But
It's terrible.
speaking of cults here,
Yeah.
we're starting our own because we got new T-shirts.
Yes,
Yeah, and-
check it out, Swag.
Oh, I mean, mine's
Yeah,
the
we could
printing is still
in the mail.
superimpose it.
Yeah.
Superimpose the logo right there.
Yeah, it's still coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
The
So what's
problem with the swag. Okay?
What is the deal with this?
Okay, so I put together this store online, and we did a podcast about that actually, and it was really tricky, and it was an interesting challenge to set it up. And I wanted to do it all drop shipping, right? I wanted people to go on the website and be able to click it and ship it right to their house, so it doesn't have to go through a second step through our hands, right? Where I could potentially screw it up, right, and not get it out the door on time, late for the order, whatever, right? Unfortunately, I ordered a couple testers. I just wanted to see the quality, right? I thought, oh, it'll be pretty quick, right? It's just coming from over the border. Should get here soon. Well,
Oh,
it's been like a month,
Oh, no.
now that finally arrived, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to use that store anymore because it's like,
Are we gonna sponsor Bash right now?
yes,
that's
sponsor Bash. Let's
brutal.
not do it yet
We won't do it.
in case I decide to go with them.
Yeah.
But
They might give us a discount rate.
a lot of people have been expressing interest in the product, so I'm gonna get it made locally and shit. I'm gonna get it made locally and then I'll ship that out myself, and hopefully by then I'll find a new product or new manufacturer that can drop ship. But until then, I'm gonna get them printed locally.
Well,
And unfortunately, locally, they don't have like the manufacturing capability to do like embroidered hats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we can do screen printing on just about anything. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So we'll stick
So-
with that.
So we'll do that first, and then we'll look for something
And the
else.
shirts look great.
Yeah,
they
they're
look
okay.
really
yeah.
nice.
bad.
Yeah,
Good
that
to-
was awesome.
Has that nice
That nice fresh out of the
Trans-
factory.
transported smell from
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah, all that diesel and yeah. Actually, apparently they're made in the States.
Oh.
Yeah, they're made in
Oh,
Montana.
Oh, the shirt was.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
it made in
Better.
Mexico.
Oh, the shirt maybe was made in the States and Mexico,
Yeah.
but the screen printing was done in like Montana.
Montana.
How
Yeah.
far is Montana?
It's not too far. It's just like a couple of states over, under
Just-
Saskatchewan and Alberta.
Just below the
Right there.
potatoes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's
By the
pretty close
potato
then.
land, Idaho.
Yeah, Idaho.
Alright,
Yeah, touches
okay,
Idaho.
That's pretty
Yeah.
close then.
Yeah, yeah. Sangre says,
Who is your guest? This is
Yeah.
Patrick.
This is
hey,
Patrick,
hello.
yeah.
And he's from Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
And,
feel like
and,
a lot of your guests are from there, and that's a
Yeah.
great thing. There's
Yeah.
a big community
Yeah.
growing.
Is it? Yeah.
Lots of great people.
They're the people that tend to watch our show, and that's why they were like, "Hey, can I be on your show?" Sure, why not? Do it.
I should
Yeah.
let you scoot in and be
Oh,
here
yeah,
more.
sure.
No worries.
Yeah. So why don't
Seems so far
why don't we
away.
get to the
Really
most
active.
important part?
The most important part, which is
Beer.
Beer, yeah.
Beer. What is the Dumb Brewing?
I mean,
podcast?
brewing.
Yeah,
I mean,
brewing,
I
yeah,
figure it
we're-
has something to do
yeah,
with beer.
Exactly,
right?
brewing, and there's a big mug,
I mean, usually it's mostly just about jiu-jitsu and
Yeah,
movie clips and
people pooing
Yeah.
or throwing poo, or
Yeah.
poo
I
falling from the
remember
sky.
that. Like, how did
Yeah.
you even stumble upon that topic? I mean,
We stepped in it.
Oh!
There we go. Okay.
I mean, pooing's
Funny
pretty important. I
occasion.
do it every day, right?
Hey, that's important. to do
Sangre
every
has
day.
waved to Patrick. Best
There you
wave
go.
back.
Hello,
Yeah.
hi, hello.
Yeah, she can be very stern if you don't
Oh,
comply.
alright.
She's,
Wait,
she's our magical mod.
let's get to the beer situation.
Yes, beer.
so we can actually
I feel
talk
like
about
I'm missing out here. It's,
Sure.
yep.
Okay.
So what did you bring for us today, Patrick?
Let me come show you.
An enthusiast home brewer in his own right.
So
Yeah.
we got two, and I'm kind of curious which one we should do first.
This is where we could use that extra
Yeah,
camera.
there we go. Oh, I like that one.
So,
Yeah,
there
that
we
one
go.
here. Yeah,
So-
I'll go over here. Yeah.
Do we want the mango one or the pale ale?
Ooh.
I want to try that mango.
Let's
Just
try
to
mango IPA.
Okay, so
get that mango going right now.
this is it's 3 beers, so I think it's about a liter of beer.
Mhm.
But the yield
A
is
liter of
actually
cola.
like about that much because it's gonna explode on us. So
Yes.
I mean, is
Let's
this hooked
see.
up to anything? I
Let
don't
us
want
hook up to the outside. It will.
Okay,
it will.
I really don't want to make a mess in your place.
No,
It's okay. Is the drainage pipe hooked up
Yeah,
yet?
is
It's
it?
not fully hooked up yet, but it is good enough to use.
No worries.
Just one modification I'd like to make.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, well I'll get some glasses ready for us.
Okay, and I got it. This is the connection for the brewery. The brewery's gonna be pumping out.
That's really neat. Man,
So-
you guys are so handy.
Do you know what? We're gonna go. We're going live cam here.
I'm
We're going live
super
cam.
nervous about this. It's just
This is exciting.
Take my deep breaths. Guys, grab my bib on. This, you know what this looks like? I'm like at the
Oh, the
dentist.
dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see like that
The
that
little
wire
alligator
cord?
clips on the side
Yeah,
there.
yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go,
Okay.
guys.
All right.
Woo! Yeah! Perfect.
Inaugural, like smashing of the bottle.
And I didn't even smash it, and you know what? It's
Yeah.
still going. And, like I didn't shake it or anything.
Oh,
It's just-
good.
And you know what's funny about this? It's not overly carbonated. Oh shit! I'm so sorry, dude.
No, no. It's
No worries.
Oh shit! There's the drain on the bottom. Oh.
Or get that. Oh, there's a little, we got leakage.
Oh, and I thought the sink was all ready to go.
All right,
The
all
clean
right.
out drain.
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, this is the best part. Exciting adventure, man.
All right, there goes my bib.
What we got here? Vampira's drinking beer as well.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna try some mango beer. Is it like an IPA or something? Or
Who the heck?
Well, it's an IPA, but it smells extremely hoppy, and it's not. So it's kind of neat in that perspective. So for the people who don't like those overly bitter, overly hoppy beers, this one's actually not so bad. So I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Yes, that's awesome. Shall we give her a taster?
Well, I mean, it's like 105% head right now. So
that's awesome.
Okay, so why don't you tell us about your brewing process with that IPA?
Well, let's bring it over here first so we can actually go
go
from there.
The mango?
Alright, so how about I'll bring these.
Yeah, just bring them right on over.
This is like the best expert pour in the world right there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, man. You guys like our upgraded beer can?
Yeah, we got ourselves an upgraded beer cam thanks to Pink Taco.
Yeah, Pink Taco.
We're at 720?
That's a great.
Yeah, 720p upgrade. Yeah. Oh,
so we got ourselves
and Sangre's drinking Arrogant Bastard Ale. I bought it because of the label, because it said Arrogant Bastard.
Amazing.
Excellent. See, that's marketing. Marketing at work right there.
What was the other one? The Pale Death Ale? What was that one? I forget where that one was coming from.
Which one was that?
Vampira was having one of those a while back.
When you start brewing, this is the smell you're gonna have to get used to. And
everywhere.
Personally, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It is tops, man. Tops. The smell of a brewery is...
Oh, it's the best one. Even like stale beer, it's just you're in a different environment, and I don't know. It's just something about being in a brewery. I loved it. So you know what? Instead of paying $5 a beer, let's go ahead and pay $1.
Yeah,
$1 per beer, and
put a little bit of your own elbow grease in, and get that reward for doing hard work. You know, getting in there. Yeah. Everything feels better, tastes better when you do it yourself. Like if you're cooking dinner, you're like, I made these steaks. Yeah. They're not perfect, but they're amazing.
Exactly.
Because it's like, I did this.
And I think if you have kids, that's a few years away from me. At least 45 years, at least. 45 years at least, plus or minus. Yeah. But I think if you have kids that don't like eating certain foods, you get them to make it themselves, and they'll dive right into it.
There you go. Suddenly it's a game. It's playing, and it's the same thing for adults. Right?
Absolutely,
like, hey, it's a game, it's playing. Like this whole thing, this podcast.
This beer tastes better than anything because I made it.
And if you had a contractor do this, sure, you can make your own beer. But since you made this yourself, you're so much more proud of it.
Yeah, it's like, wow, this is cool. you know?
No, this is really amazing.
And it would cost a lot more if I got a contractor.
Definitely a lot more.
But you did get some plumbing hooked up there in the back there?
It's, I've almost got the tap in. Just ran out of time today.
Wait, there it is.
And we plumbed in the sink. I didn't realize the clean out plug on the bottom came off, but it did. Otherwise, there would be very little mess.
Maybe it's left at
you know what? It's actually not so bad. I was expecting like everywhere.
Yeah.
And then at my house, I had 2 of those explode. So if you can just imagine that.
Yeah. That's fun. It's good times.
Over the weekend. Yeah, she had the death one over the weekend.
Death one over the weekend.
Well, anyways, let's try this out, guys.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, all right.
So this one is
this is the mango IPA. Cheers.
Mango. Cheers. It's pretty good.
Man, that is super smooth.
That's not so bad.
That's
right?
really really nice. Did you do an alcohol measure on it?
I did. I left all my notes at home because I was so afraid of being late.
And you had to wait 30 minutes anyways.
I felt terrible about being late, so I was like, oh shit, I can't turn back now. I'll just run. I've got all my numbers. I've got all my ingredients at home. Unfortunately, couldn't do it. But I don't know if my measurements were off, but six-ish. It doesn't taste like that, but once you finish feel, you're like,
no,
my head's a little warm.
I could buy that. I could buy that for sure.
That's very easy with a
IPA
kind of taste on the end there.
You can definitely taste the hop, and you did dry hop it too, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can definitely taste that.
So the brewing process I did, it was a brew in a bag. So I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but that's basically, it's kind of like an all grain type of brewing, but instead of having like, the 3-level, poor English, poor terminology, I don't know what they're called, but they're like big pots. You only have one, and you just brew it in a huge bag, and you just take the bag out. It's real easy. So I did that, and that takes. I make a day out of it, and I'm assuming that's what you're gonna do here as well. So that was one day, and then I waited about it was either 1 or 2 weeks, and then I transferred that from my primary fermenter to a secondary one. It just takes all the yeast out and all like just the gunk
not
out
all
the
of it
bottom.
apparently.
Apparently not. Yeah, apparently not.
Yeah.
So takes most of the yeast out anyway, and then secondary, and then I think I waited an extra few days. I put a dry hop bag in there. I put some extra hops in, and then what I did was Costco's got some pretty cheap mangoes in the frozen section. I boiled that up to make sure it's like not contaminated at all. Mushed it up, and just chucked it in there.
Nice.
And then third day, I just put that all grain brew bag on top so I don't get any of the gunk in the beer, and just filtered it, and yeah, here we are.
Well done. Well done.
So I'm pretty happy how it turned out. Yeah.
When you filtered it out, did you put the bag on like a spigot? Is it on the bottom of the bucket or over the top?
It's so I kind of siphoned it from a bucket into a transfer bucket, and I had that bag over it. Exactly. Yeah. I remember you told me you had some winemaking experience, so perhaps it's like somewhat similar to that.
Yeah, winemaking is a lot simpler than brewing. There's a lot fewer, a lot less steps involved.
But it's really rewarding.
Depending on how crazy you go. This is a complicated brew. With a primary and secondary fermentation, dry hopping, and adding fruit.
I'm extremely happy.
This is.
You can look at Brian's glass. I hope
great.
you can tell he somewhat enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, that was good.
No, this is a really, really nice brew.
Awesome.
Like,
I'm really happy you like it.
Just a hint of mango. How much mango did you put in?
I think it was 1 pound per liter or something like that. So it might have been like, I don't remember. I have it written down, which I really regret not bringing, but I didn't want to be late.
It's okay. We don't need the notes. We just need the ideas.
Right. So I think it was like 1 pound per kilogram, 1 pound per. Actually, 1 pound per kilogram. What am I saying? 1 pound per liter, 1 pound per gallon. It might have been
1 pound per kilogram. It's the same thing as 1 gram per liter.
But yeah. So whatever amount of mango that was, just mashed it up. And then the tricky part is the bottle conditioning, because the way to make it fizzy is to put some sugar in the bottles, right? So I mix it all together, and this was with dextrose. The way, if you wanted a sweeter beer, you can use lactose, because that one doesn't get eaten by yeast, so it becomes a little sweeter. I'm used to using dextrose. That's what I've been using for all of them. And I guess I put too much, but if you tasted the beer, it's actually not like too harsh on your palate. You don't taste the bubbles, so it was just in the bottle.
Well, the CO2 will definitely acidify the beer, and it gives it a little bit more of a sour taste, right? So if you add more sugar to it, it should balance.
But no, we had some carbonation.
Definitely, it's good.
A little, to say the least.
Okay, the Sangre says, what motivated you to start brewing?
Number one, how hard could it be? How hard could it be? My cousin, he had a friend, and we watched Super Bowl at his house. I had like a terrible flu.
Ooh, Jesus.
Just terrible, but you know what? Yeah, I want to drink. Sure, let's go to his house.
Beer will fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Beer fixes everything. And in his fridge, he had like a dozen Sprite bottles, right, with his own beer. Opened it up, drank it. Not so bad. Not so bad. So I figured I can make this. And at the very worst, can't drink it, then whatever.
Yeah, and it was a fun project.
Yeah,
I learned more.
So that inspired me to make my own beer. Another thing is, I just love craft breweries. I've been to, I lost count a long time ago, but I collect a coaster from everywhere I go. And I think it's like 87, 90, 90 separate
you need
breweries.
You need to make yourself a
I
bar.
don't think I've had that many types of beers.
No, well, I've been to that many breweries.
That is impressive.
It's
nowhere near that.
So hoarding, right? This is my kind of hoarding. This is my release. And
everyone's got to collect.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she hopes to taste your beer, and she likes that you can make it sweeter.
Yeah. No, you definitely can. Definitely can.
She says, how big are the batches, and for how long do they ferment and condition?
Okay, so batches. I've tried I had a friend who did this with me as well. We went, we would do a three gallon and a 6 gallon, so 9 gallons, which is about 90 beers, and that was a lot of work. And then it was very disheartening when just half of it turned bitter and half of it turned sour, and you just gotta chuck it, right? So I just stick to 3 gallons right now. And my last 2 batches that I've done on my own, other than the bottling, which my girlfriend helps me out with. Sorry, the question was how long does it take, right?
Well, yeah. How long do you ferment?
Ferment would be a week for the primary, and then maybe 2 weeks for the secondary, and then 1 or 2 weeks for in the bottle itself. So a little over a month and a half, but you let it sit longer, I don't think it's gonna go bad anytime soon. Within like a few months, it's still gonna be okay to drink, right?
It all depends on what flavors you want. If you got a super over the top IPA, say you fucked up and you way over hopped, you can let it sit. You can let it sit for a year, and it'll mellow. So it's.
I felt like I threw a ton of hops in this, and it's not overly hoppy. Like I feel like this is something that's like someone who doesn't drink beer would probably warm up to.
Yeah,
so
this
I'm
definitely
really happy
it's kind of
with
like
how
right
it's
in my
come out.
alley where it's not super hoppy. Like
it's a great introduction to an IPA because it does have a bit of the hop flavor to it, but it's also counterbalanced with the mango, which is surprising. I'm not a huge fan of fruited beers. I don't like that much like muddling of flavor, but I was really impressed
subtle.
with this. It's really,
and I appreciate
really
that.
nice.
Really appreciate that,
Wow.
It's a very subtle flavor. I find with all the craft breweries here, the way you differentiate yourself between other craft breweries is to marketing, and your beer has to taste just way different than everybody else. So I know Fuggles in Richmond does a mango beer, and I really like mango, so decided to try it out. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now one more question from Sangre.
I dig it.
What was the mango beer created for? What was it, or was it inspired by someone, or because you just love the fruit?
I like mango, so
There
we go.
And I wanted a fruity beer. Like the first one that was fruity that I've tried making was we were trying to do lychee.
Oh,
that'd be good,
That's a really
Who would have
sweet-
ever thought of that?
No,
right?
Yeah.
Except, how do you get fresh lychee by like 3 pounds of that?
Yeah.
It's pretty
And
hard to come
separating
by.
it like out of the
Exactly.
shell,
And
and
then
then
you
the
gotta be
seed. Oh my god! How
right?
would you?
And you gotta be
this tiny little bit of fruit. in
Yeah,
each-
and you got to be super sanitary. Like how much does that weigh, right? You got like hundreds of those.
How many
like,
kilograms do you need?
exactly. And then I know my grandma would love doing it, but like I can't put my grandma through that.
Go, Grandma!
And then you'd have to like boil it or something in order
To make it
sterilize
sanitary, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen YouTube videos where they just dunk it in like acidic, or was it basic? Yeah, I think it's. Or no, it's acidic. So acidic sanitizer. Do you want that shit in your beer? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you use it to clean your
exactly
your equipment, but you do a rinse after.
with your
right?
with your fruit though. I don't know how I feel about that. So.
I mean, there is some that they claim that you don't have to do a rinse. You can just sanitize.
And that's what I use for
brew,
mine. That's what I
right?
use for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like I said. I don't like you said. I don't know if I'd want that in my beer.
And if you read the labels, like, oh, you gotta wear mask, you gotta wear eye protection, you gotta wear gloves, you gotta wear like triple protection this, but it's okay. You don't gotta rinse it. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what? I mean, I'm still okay. I'm still around, and these beers turn out really well, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. I would be too. And Robotic had pineapple last month. It just left me wanting one without pineapple. You see, that's exactly how I've normally felt. This one, if you were tasting it, you would. I think you would agree. It's pretty damn well balanced.
I'm really happy with how it turned out. So.
And welcome also, craft beer community. Being like in your experience. Okay, before we get into these questions, why don't we? You brought another one.
Oh,
too,
yes,
right?
I did. Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
let's give that a shot.
This one, I want beer.
I was hoping the tap would be ready, but I'm gonna have to go rinse these glasses elsewhere.
We need to play some music now.
Yeah. Except it's on
So this one is California Pale Ale. My friend got us the recipe for it, and the first batch we got of it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I decided, hey, if it works once, let's try it again and make it better somehow, and worked out okay.
So it's just like a basic pale ale. There's no fruit or anything in this
They
one?
call it
or?
no fruit. It was a California Pale Ale. What that means?
Is it Made with sun.
It might be where the grains come from. Perhaps. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know the type of
Right,
grain.
We gonna sink this one again here?
You know, I'm 100% sure it's not going to explode on
Then
us.
don't
but
worry about it.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in
If you
case.
hit us in the face, it's all good.
When you go to jujitsu, Brian, why do you smell like a brewery?
Do you know what? It's happened
That's
before.
happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, perfect.
Look at that. So this one's California Pale Ale. This was, again, it was a brew in a bag, and it was it's a 3-gallon batch. So I had quite a few friends over, and my family who's from Texas over as well. And one of the guys there, he tried the beer and he just kept drinking it all day, all night, and you know that really makes me happy.
The
If
highest
someone,
praise a brewer can get.
if someone drinking your beer,
I'm wasted.
I guess I could clean up when I'm not broadcasting.
I mean, we haven't cleaned up the tables though.
Yeah. Well, if you saw it a few minutes ago.
So I'll leave it there so we
Alright.
top it up.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we're all friends
All
here,
right.
right? We've
You
all met
bet.
up before.
That's
Yo.
it. We've shared sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
There we go. Cheers.
We need like a little drinking song or something. Play in the
Yeah.
background.
Little background song. Once we get a few on hotkeys, I need to taste this one.
Tastes like traffic and palm trees.
Mm. Wow, that's really well designed. Holy crap. Nice.
And there we go. Got some
Yeah.
nice carbonation in there too.
Mhm.
Yeah, just the right nice amount of
There's
carbonation.
a lot of times, like when I have tried some home brews, it's like a lot of them taste really flat. So it's actually nice where it's actually got a good carbonation in there.
I've had that, and it's just the amount of sugar you put in the bottling thing. So sometimes I like to amp it up a little bit so I avoid having it flat.
Yeah.
And it just ends up being like way too bubbly, like the last one, right? Another thing is you have to have your bottles well sealed.
Mhm.
So these ones are from these flip top ones, which are really good
Swing
at that.
top.
Yeah.
House sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the
used
shape.
to- used to be anyway.
Yeah.
What I had before was just like, you know, I'd buy a 6-pack of Heineken, I'd buy a 6-pack of, you know, Bud, Coors, whatever. Kokanees were really hard to rebottle. I find Peril 49, I forgot my experience on that, but I remember it, so it must have been either really easy or really difficult.
Yeah.
But you have to find the right bottle. These swing top ones are amazing.
Yeah,
to
I like
do
the
that.
girl swing top ones
Mhm.
there.
Yeah,
The little slightly oversized
Oh, yeah.
bottles, yeah.
yeah.
The chat room asks, let's see, we've got lots of questions. Let's say when you Sangre asks, when you develop a new recipe, what do you learn? Well, these are brew in a
These are
bag,
brew in a
so they're
bag,
kind of like the
yeah.
recipe's kind of preset, but like as Patrick was saying, like he added the mango to the end, and depending on like how much dextrose you add or whatever for carbonation stuff,
Right.
there's things you play with, but the general like recipe itself is already kind of pre-set up. Yeah.
Pretty much. What I do is I Google them.
Yeah.
And then, oh, you know what? I like this process. Don't really like those ingredients. Oh, but this one's got really good ingredients. How about I kind of marry them together?
Yeah.
Oh, I really like this one. And then in the end, I put everything together, put like all my ingredients together, and then go to the homebrew store, grab some materials, and then just set a brew date, and then just start brewing the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I do.
Nice.
And then Kaboom BJJ.
Oh, hey.
Oh my god, it's Patrick!
There we
In
go.
the flesh.
Hello?
In the
We're
flesh.
coming to class.
Yeah.
At least I am. Paul, you going?
Me? No, I'm not going tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I came this morning, so
I
I got my fix
He's
for
in there.
today.
Yeah.
This will be the second time I go to class where people are like, you smell like beer.
Yeah. It's your
That's
job.
the reason why I don't.
I'm
wanna
working.
Go. That's the reason why I don't want to go. I don't want to offend everyone. Like, man, you smell like an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, they know what we do. It's live on the internet. There you go.
that's true. That's true.
Are we gonna make Dumb Luck Brewing rash guards
Yeah.
next or what?
Kaboom! Kaboom is gonna come and crash the.
If you
the-
do,
the
we
set.
got beer for you.
Yeah, exactly. Come on by. Oh yeah. It's been asked. what's the craft beer community been like in your experience? I've been welcomed with open arms like crazy.
And that's amazing.
It's
That's, what I found was
everyone loves showing off the breweries. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
much. I've been like, go check it out. Come to my house here.
That's
Okay,
really
now drink
cool.
my beer.
That's really
It's
cool,
like really
yeah.
fun.
I found that they don't compete.
No.
They don't compete. Like I remember, I used to work at a golf course, and there's one here is Northview on 168. So one was here, and across the street was Surrey, but yet they don't compete. Right? They all have their own separate customers. Kind of the same thing for brewery. It's a destination thing. So I go to one brewery, I might as well go to them all. Same thing with the shopping mall, right? You go to one store, you go to them all. So they kind of help each other out. I think that's what the craft brewery community is doing. And then you share recipes, you do collaborations. Everyone makes really good beer, and when they like combine together, you know, just two to one.
I mean, with the craft brewing and like tap houses and stuff, I think it is better in general for the community when there's more breweries, because they're all like, you create, like you said, a destination, like
absolutely,
like, oh, this is where you go, like you were talking about Portland, right?
Oh man,
yeah, that there's a whole like neighborhood, you just like walk around the block.
I'm so excited to talk about that, by the way. Portland's a great place.
I was more referring to like the home brewing guys, right? The home brewing network, like,
and it's huge.
Yeah,
are you part of Van Brewers?
Van Brewers, which one is that, a Facebook page? Or
I don't know if it's an app. My friend Hussein and I were just drunkenly walking along, and then these guys like, hey, you like Star Wars? We like Star Wars. Let's talk about Star Wars. No offense, I don't like Star Wars. Sorry about that. And then they just started talking about Star Wars, and then we talked about breweries, and they're part of the club. They opened their own cidery, actually, in East Van. And that's a market I think that's going to be up and coming.
Ciders are way on the upswing right now.
Yeah, because breweries are, I don't want to say saturated, because I really hope we're just going to just keep growing and growing and growing. But
it's getting busy.
For ciders.
Ciders is definitely opening
How many
up.
cideries are there? I mean, there's cider Sunday something.
Sorry?
There's like a Sunday something cider.
Oh, I don't know.
Have you heard of that one?
No.
I know it's in East Van somewhere.
But I did notice like a lot of microbreweries were starting to jump onto
ciders
ciders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kaboom says, please make a limited edition Kabir for me.
There we go. Actually, like I
you know what?
No,
I don't know if I discussed it yet, but like just for ideas for actually naming beers, like just going on, we've had a lot of followers, and we've been following a lot of people on Instagram with different microbrews, bigger breweries, and basically they all have different names of their style of beer. Like I think I posted a picture of what was that place? It was called Fish Brewing Company.
What a great name!
Where they have the fish,
name.
fish tail pale ale or whatever.
That's brilliant, and it rhymes too.
Yeah.
So like more the better, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whereas you got other ones like Sangri was talking about. Well, she had that one that was like the pale death or whatever. You know, it had like skulls and stuff on the black.
Branding and marketing, man. Yeah.
So
you need that to differentiate yourself from other breweries that make.
Welcome,
very similar
McNabb.
beers. Well, McNabb.
Thanks for watching, McNabb.
Thanks
You hitting
for
up class
tuning
tonight?
I love how half the class is on this chat here.
Kaboom! If you want a beer named after your yourself, you're gonna have to come and brew it.
Brew it yourself. Yeah.
We'll make a recipe and we'll brew it together.
There we
That
go.
would be just.
And then we'll
just
put together a label and all that shit. It'll be fun.
But do you got any ideas for names that you want to direction, or you want to save that until?
I'm saving it. Oh,
actually, like you said in a previous episode, it's kind of like you kind of make it and then decide what the name's
the
gonna
experience sometimes lends you the inspiration, right? And it's like, that was fucking bullshit. That brew sucked. It was terrible, but
This
it
beer
produced a great beer.
We're calling this beer
this
shit.
This is called terrible pale ale.
Terrible pale ale.
The terrible turd.
Yeah.
There we go.
Terrible turd.
Yeah. So like, you know, you
Sell
can be
like
inspired
hotcakes.
that way, right?
And then,
I'm in. Let's document my triumph. Absolutely. That's content right there.
There we go.
a lot of breweries name like after their style of like their marketing too. I know. I think it's University Brewing. That's what it's called. It's the head
encyclopedic
brewmaster.
knowledge of
I mean,
craft brews is mind blowing.
I've been to a few breweries.
Yeah.
So,
90 or so.
oh, I feel so bad if I like just mispronounce their name, but
Well, that's okay. They can Google check it for us.
I know the head brewer used to be a professor at UBC. just like beer, so hey, let's open up a brewery. And then he named his beers like 101, 201, 301, 401,
Brain
and he would
beer.
just name it. And then that's according to like their theme, and it's a great idea.
And it stands out. Yeah.
Parallel 49, they've got like wacky names. My favorite is Tukes of Hazard. Tukes of Hazard. Like, where did they come up with
No,
that?
they have some
right?
great names, that's for sure. But some, not a lot of great beers.
Not
Not a huge fan.
They've just got so many.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
The Gypsy Tears is probably my
which
favorite.
beer? Which
Parallel 49.
Parallel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do believe they changed their name on that to avoid being
being
offensive to the gypsies. I think it's called Ruby
Aromas.
Red
Yeah,
Ales.
yeah,
Ruby
that's what I
Red,
thought.
yeah.
I was like,
you know what's funny?
I was like, I think the name's different now. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, there you
Ruby
go.
Tears.
Yeah,
Ruby
Ruby
Tears.
Tears.
Ruby
Yeah,
Tears.
yeah.
Sorry, Parallel 49. Use your bottle.
What?
Ruby
This isn't
Tears.
Ruby Tears?
They took the word gypsy out of that, and honestly, in today's day and age, when you can offend everybody, just
this is
better
true.
safe
Yeah,
than
so you
sorry.
can't say gypsy anymore?
Well, gypsy is a derogatory term.
Is it really though?
The
Calling someone
the
a gypsy,
Romas
maybe.
don't like being called gypsies.
Okay, well,
So but they don't learn much.
Are we politically correct on this show?
No, I'm afraid not.
yeah.
But
So how about that Roseanne, eh?
Yeah.
Oh no! Gotta dig into that.
Mm,
No, we played around with that on the
Science
last
Lab
show with,
beers, I'm
with
so
Mike.
in. Oh yeah. And Robotic says you don't want to waste a good name on a bad brew.
That's
That's
right.
true. That's
Fact.
true.
Absolutely. Ruby Tears now posted a link there. Okay, excellent.
Ruby Tears, yeah. It's so funny that I brought the exact same bottle you were
That
talking
is, it is
about. Yeah.
crazy.
Small world to hell.
Oh, we are getting complaints about audio levels.
There,
There, now we're maxing it out.
Oh.
Hopefully not picking up too much background noise.
cranking it.
Yeah.
What background noise? This is so quiet. This is actually very well insulated, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't hear anything.
There's very little echo, even though it's a
No,
garage.
this is amazing.
Yeah. I mean a brewery.
What?
Yeah.
Brew
Oh
garage.
man, I'm loving this. I'm loving that this wall is almost done. Now the background, the set looks like a set, I just gotta finish something up there and then it'll be so nice. Yes.
And you know what else I love
Yeah,
about this
so
place?
right
The
up there.
smell.
The smell?
Of the
It's
wood.
It smells like
it's
brewery
very
now.
woody.
Yeah.
It's like very woody and very beer,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Paul's been working away on his little backsplash here of wood.
Look, this whole wall's done up there.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's gonna be really tight. I think I'm really excited about the whole setup. This will be all covered with doors that look like these panels up on the wall, right? So it'll match the bar. This bar will be over there. Oh,
No, that's
it's gonna be really
extremely
cool.
exciting.
Yeah, and when the brewery comes in, crowning gem. It's gonna be so
Mhm.
good. Oh my god, can't wait! I'm so excited. Are you
Very
excited?
exciting.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited about this beer.
We're gonna have to.
Good stuff.
We're gonna have to bring you back out for a brew day.
And I would
Yeah.
be so
Yeah.
honored and so
We
happy
do-
to be
we're
part
gonna
of
You
it.
can
Probably
actually
do
show
a-
us what we should be
We'll do a
doing.
25 liter batch, half batch, and then. Woo!
25 liters. I'm used to like doing like what 10, 5.
No, you were saying you're doing 8 gallons
No,
or
or 9 gallons.
9 gallons, right? So that's times
what is
4, right? So that's 36.
Mind
liters.
you, your equipment's gonna be a lot bigger than my thing that I do on my stovetop, and my mom
Yeah.
gets so pissed
Yeah.
about.
It's all automated. You don't
Yeah.
have to lift nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you can program in the brew you want, and then
You
that's
know, I
it.
really wish I brought my brews that went bad as well, so you can actually taste what went bad, but they're still drinkable.
Here's the bad one. This
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And
But
they're
you-
still
but
drinkable.
Here's the terrible
Just
turd.
like in jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
when you do something and you're like, why did that fuck up?
Mhm.
I learned more from making that mistake than I'd ever do from doing it right
exactly.
every time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're still drinkable. They'll still get you a little buzzed, and yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, like you're talking about, I saw a few breweries when I was heading down to Portland, Oregon.
There are
yeah.
so many breweries.
It's crazy
I'm just
down
gonna
there.
pour Brian another
Oh,
glass
thank you.
here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get down on the old beer can there.
Oh, I've been falling
Oh,
behind you. I'm talking
You
too
have
much.
been, man.
I'm talking too
I
much.
think our cameras are lagging a bit. There it is. There it
Too
is.
much head there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I've noticed that in the last broadcast, the audio was out of sync, so I'm gonna have to sit down and do some tech work and try to figure it
There we
out.
go.
Paul, you
All
are
right, there we
quite
go.
the magician. Like the first time I stepped into this place about 30 seconds ago, I was pretty surprised at how many setups you got. Oh, sorry.
There we
I
go.
was almost crying.
Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
No, this is magic.
Yeah.
This beer is magic. This is really delicious.
I like this
And I'm
one.
Like
really
you said,
happy you liked
you were
it,
saying
yeah.
that your cousin, brother-in-law, friend, you said that, or was drinking
I
it
have
all
one of
day.
each. Oh yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're from Houston, and
Yeah.
he likes
Friend?
his milk. No, he's my
Sister's-
cousin's boyfriend.
Cousin's boyfriend. Okay, I knew there was a family relationship there
Cousin's
somewhere.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Been in the family
Yeah.
for like 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, hello, are you gonna be part of the family yet?
Yeah.
Like, but he was just drinking our beer, and he's just
Loving it.
shooting compliments up all day, all night, and
Yeah.
that's the best thing you can hear
Yeah.
as a brewer. Or
Yeah.
you don't even need to hear it; you just have to see it when people just drink their beers, your beers, right? And it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
It's a really good feeling.
It is. I can see it. It's like.
How
It's
much?
not like a bud. How much? It's not like a bud or something that you don't have like no taste. It's like it's flavorful, but it's smooth and yeah.
Got a little sweetness
I could
on the
totally
top
drink
there,
this
too.
all damn day.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is definitely a good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean even the IPA.
Yeah, I like
It
that one
wasn't too hoppy.
Mm.
I'm a little concerned about that, but at the same time, it's a great entry level beer for someone who's not really into like the really hoppy IPAs.
Yeah.
Just to get into just more craft beers.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I like that style too because
Thanks, Sangre.
I've been on kind of the fix of fruity beers lately, basically different types.
Mm.
I think what we bring in last time when we had Mike on the show, I had the Lions Summer Ale.
I've had
Oh
I've
yeah,
had
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, which was
Yeah.
from Granville Island.
Yeah.
yeah.
So actually,
Who's really stepped up their game.
yeah, which I ended up going to the liquor store and ended up buying their multi pack, and so basically they have like
Best way to try beer.
yeah, I
Best
think
way
they
to
have the
try beer.
I love
raspberry.
it. I
They got the
love it.
raspberry beer in there. They have again that summer Lions Summer Ale. I think they had a Hefeweizen as well as another lager in there, or no, the pale ale.
Mm-hmm.
So
Have you had their Ginger Ninja?
Ginger
Ginger
Ninja.
Ninja.
I remember that. Yeah, it's a aggressive beer.
I like the ginger profile.
Really.
For me personally, I've had my IPAs, I've had my lagers, I've had my pale ales. To really differentiate yourself, you gotta grab some flavor.
Mhm.
You gotta grab some different flavor, and their ginger beer
Yeah.
is very gingery, and I really appreciate that from
Yeah.
them. So I like that.
I mean, you got to know what you're going into when you open one of those. Like
If you're not
you can't go in
expecting it,
blind.
yeah, and you're like, what the
Like,
like, ginger?
tastes like ginger. I thought
like-
that was just the name.
Ginger, exactly, right? I thought it was just for like redhead beers.
tastes like
drink
tastes like kombucha.
Yeah. I mean, like that's the thing. You have to know what you're getting into,
Mhm.
and then you can measure it on that level. Like this is a
Mhm.
good ginger beer, right?
Mhm.
It's like for me, that was the only ginger beer I've ever had, and it's effervesces right out your nostrils. It was
Yeah.
like it's a pretty strong flavor.
Phillips does one
As well, right?
and I buy theirs all the time. I love it. So
Mhm.
Like I said,
They
the
weren't
flavor
making it
is-
when the Ginger Ninja came out, did they?
I think theirs is like a year-round process. Ginger Ninja, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, that
I
was
feel like
like
that's a
4 or
seasonal
5
thing.
years ago. That was the last
definitely
time
was
that
a
I-
long time.
that I
Definitely was
had
a
it,
long time
yeah.
ago. So I don't know if it's a seasonal thing or I just haven't seen it in a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So crazy.
yeah,
So crazy.
definitely.
But you said you've been to Portland and you've checked a lot of breweries down there.
So out of the, I want to say 87 to 90, I got to recount my coaster. I got to recount my coaster pile.
He's got like a giant map at home with all little
No,
pins in it,
I don't.
pinheads on it.
I have a, it's like an IKEA picture frame.
Yeah.
I filled it up, overcrowded it, so I have this coffee table. It's just in my mom's room, and she doesn't use it, so I just chucked it all in there. So I'm almost, I'm done filling up the that picture frame. I'm almost done filling up
The coffee
the
table.
coffee table.
Wow.
So we're almost like we
Yeah.
need more space.
We
here.
need to buy another piece of furniture so that we can
exactly,
fill it
yeah.
up with
And
coasters.
it's really a thing of pride for me. Like this is how many breweries I've been to, and
Mhm.
you know, this is how many beers I've tried. So I feel like I know what I like.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
I would hope so anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the beer speaks
it
for
forever
it. So.
evolves, right?
And I
Just like your
appreciate
palate,
that.
right? It forever
Mhm.
evolves. You're gonna always have something different that you
I
you
like-
encounter. Like, whoa, okay, I want to know more about this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like beer. So, oh yeah, I'll never drink that. I'll never drink this. Oh, that stuff's garbage. I like all beers, right? You give me, I'll drink it. Right?
Yeah.
People say like, oh, Colt 45, that's garbage. Oh, Budweiser's garbage. There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah. Well, you got to know what you're drinking for, why.
Totally.
And then,
absolutely.
And then what you're drinking, right? Like Colt 45 is a malt liquor, right? So you got to know what you're getting. You know,
exactly.
Like, this is what this is. Let's see what this tastes like. You know, you can appreciate it in that manner. Although too much will make you feel sick.
Maybe not.
You know, but it's like, you know, it's all in what it is, I guess, right?
There were a few bad beers that I've had that were like a little over ambitious, didn't really know what they were doing.
Yep.
And then, you know, here, I'm gonna sell this to you for this amount of money, and then just the marketing and the branding and the beer itself, just that makes for a bad beer.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with the Parallel 49. And they're like prolific amounts of different beers that they make.
They've got so
with
many.
these creative names and everything, and every Christmas they come out with this advent calendar.
Absolutely.
And
it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They made one the last couple of years with Central City, which the two of them are so different. They have completely different standards in the way they make beer. I didn't find it to be a very good match, but I liked it in the calendar, like it was because it was very,
today sucks.
It was
Tomorrow
very,
might be better.
Yeah. But of the Parallel 49 beers, there was only like 2 that I enjoyed, and they're like from their regular product line. The rest were all brutal. Like, because they made this one, I can't remember what it was. It had a tricky name, a fun name, but it was made with pine needles, right? And all it tasted like was pine needle. Yes, it might have worked if they made, like, say, an IPA with that pine needle and they just touched it.
That's
like, just,
pine needle's a strong, strong
this
flavor.
This was swimming in the flavor, and I was just like,
can't do it.
Too much.
Can't do it.
Like, I'm eating a Christmas tree.
Exactly. It's what it tasted like.
My Christmas tree, man.
And it was you know, and it was like a pale ale too. Like it's not supposed to have an overwhelming flavor.
No, it's
like,
not.
If it was like a really strong IPA with a hint of pine needle, that might actually complement the flavor well. I don't know, but I think that might be a better way to go.
We'll try.
That makes it a very expensive beer.
We'll chop some trees out in the backyard and throw them in one of your brews.
But yeah, there's so many things like that, and it's like yeah, they're bad, but I see what you're going for here. You know, like
totally, yeah. But I've never tried that. And if I had, I think it might have turned me off to Parallel 49. But at this moment in time, they're still on my good list. Yeah. What I used to really love about them was...
Yaks Chen, yes, we are live.
Oh, okay. Hello. What I like about them is before they renovated, they're just like a hole in the wall, packed all the time. $3 glasses, $4 flights. $3 glasses, $4 flights.
Yeah.
Nice.
In like Vancouver.
That's beautiful.
You can't do that. You can't do that anywhere. And now they jacked it up to like $7.
They got overhead to cover now.
Yeah. So before that, you know, you're really here to make beer, not to make money, and they didn't need to because they were just super successful, right? And now they're here to, you know, like you said, overhead costs, which is you know, business needs to survive. You
gotta evolve, but you know, enjoy that level. There's like a level change, you know, where you go from like this micro hole in the wall to like, okay, we're gonna start brewing beer for reals.
They're giant. They're huge.
Shall we go on to another beer, or what are we doing here? Would you like another one, or Brian? You're maybe.
I don't know what.
The drinker is pretty fast, so I suggest you have another one.
There we go.
We're just about at the end of the broadcast.
No worries.
That's it? That was an hour?
Yeah, 55 minutes now. Up. But I mean, we did have that buffer time at the beginning, so I usually, you know, go for another 10 minutes after the hour.
I almost feel like we can go for another like 3.
That's okay. Like,
I swear.
Oh my god, 2 hours on the video podcast is easy to do.
Wish we had requests for longer.
We've been having several requests of doing longer broadcasts.
The thing is, we got shit to do.
We're trying to fit it all in. We're trying to fit it all in here. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open another one. Stanley Park Trail Hopper IPA 3. Oh, I missed the mark. Oh, I see the
camera's off.
Camera's off.
Go.
Oh, it wasn't you. It was the camera.
Yeah. Here, we'll do it right into the tight one. There we go.
Look at that.
Right? Focus, you fuck. Anyway, Trail Hopper IPA. I think I've had this one before. Let's find out.
I was gonna ask how you were gonna open that. You truly are a magician. You truly are a magician.
And when you pour a beer, you do want head.
Yeah, absolutely, you want.
You
some
want
head.
it for the effervescing flavors.
Smell it deep.
What? Where are the hops? Okay. Oh no, there they are.
There they are.
Way in the back. Way in the back.
What?
There we go.
Okay, what is
And
your favorite IPA?
Fat Tug.
Fat Tug.
Fat
Tug. I was gonna say the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like they're just
It's just perfect balance.
so
to me.
huge, and everyone's got their IPA, and everyone's got their own signature on it. But I always go back to Fat Tug, and
You can drink it whenever. It's not super heavy. So even people that don't really like IPAs, you give them that, they're like, "Oh, I do like IPAs."
I feel so weird saying this. I've been to like 90 breweries and just Fat Tug. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just a really well-rounded IPA, and I think it's just like, the bar. It's
I
like,
love how we're like all in agreement in this.
Yeah.
Just Fat Tug. Wow.
Okay, I think the pale ale that I was drinking before, the California pale ale, really muted my palate. Well, not just because it was like a different flavor, right?
Yeah.
So
it tasted
the
weird
second and third sip, I can now taste the hops right in the front. They're coming right through. Yeah.
Well, I'm bringing in something from America.
Ooh, Blue Moon.
And you can get that.
Oh,
in
we have an
Canada
audience
now.
You
member.
can get this one in Canada. Which the thing was, looks like we have a guest.
Hello, guest.
Hello, guest.
Hello.
Pink Taco in the house.
Big taco in the house.
Your pink taco.
Yeah.
Now this is the Blue Moon Belgian White, which I've been drinking these quite a bit.
Did you want to try some of the? Oh no.
Oh, do you want some of the
I'll
homebrew?
try some of
Yeah, yeah. She's a big beer fan. Okay, yep.
You didn't open that by flicking it, did you? Okay, there's a new level of wizardry.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did.
Okay, do you want to try
But,
the homebrew?
There's one right there, and it's.
Okay.
The thing about this Blue Moon is,
Here,
I think it has a different name here.
That's the
in
California
BC,
Pale Ale.
right? Which
Oh,
is
yeah,
No, that's his California
Blue
Pale
Moon.
Ale.
Oh.
Yeah,
I made
it's just
that.
the label.
I made
It's just
that.
the label.
Yeah, I made that.
Yeah, the opener right on the end there.
And there's sediment
On the-
at
on the wall.
bottom as
on the
well.
wall
so-
there.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, be careful with the sediment.
Yeah.
But I was saying, the Blue Moon Belgian White, they actually have a different name in Canada, right? I can't remember. It was called.
I thought it was blue. I'm not.
It's called something else, but basically, I think it's the exact same thing.
Really?
But basically, I did get the point. Oh my
Shit,
god!
that's not supposed to be on. Emergency! Emergency!
Crack the valve.
We're
There you
alive
go.
for real.
We're real. We're
no
real
jokes,
people
yeah.
here. We're not this well-oiled machine that you think we are.
You are a pretty well-oiled machine, I have to
But
say.
I ended up picking this one up from Fred Meyer down in Portland, so it's actually
That's
a
beautiful.
good price.
And I
That's
love how you
beautiful.
can buy a beer at a grocery store, at
Yeah.
a gas station.
Gas station.
Why can't we do that here?
I wish we could.
It's coming. It's coming.
It better be.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like this Victorian conservative sort
It's
of
so
like
ridiculous.
inference that if you make beer available,
Everyone's gonna get drunk
it's
and
gonna be
kids
this
are gonna
terrible
drink it or
thing,
something.
you
I
know?
don't
It's
get
like-
it.
no,
it's-
what are we gonna do then?
Yeah.
it's it just boggles my mind, really. Like, it's just, if it's legal, it's legal,
Mhm.
right? Like, you're still not selling it to minors,
Yeah.
right?
And if they want it, they're gonna get their hands on it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It really doesn't matter.
And when you put more prohibition on something, when you forbid it further and further, it becomes more and more attractive to youth, in my opinion.
I agree.
And then they want to dive deeper and deeper into that.
Mhm.
Like a lot of places in Europe, they're no drinking rules, right?
Yeah.
You can
so-
take a
and
kid into a bar,
Yeah.
and dad says, yeah,
Sit them up on
give
the
them a
seat.
wine, and then they have a wine.
Or
Right?
like-
they're having lunch.
Or like you're
you know,
talking about in even in Italians and stuff like that, where the kids are having wine at dinner
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And sometimes they don't like the wine, but they're not.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't have it,
Yeah.
but it's there,
Yeah.
and which most people
And you don't like.
won't really want it
Mhm.
if they don't like it, and it's available all the time, right?
And at least in France and Italy, you hit 18, you don't suddenly go crazy.
Yeah.
You
And that's
know?
what we do
And,
here.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly what
in the
we do
States,
here.
21,
That's
you can vote for your president
You can
before
go
you
to
can
war.
drink.
You can go to war.
and die for your
Yeah.
country, but you can't have a
drink-
beer.
can't have
Yeah.
beer.
You can have a beer when you're fighting for your country
Yeah.
in England or something.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like it's just prohibition doesn't work. Anyway, that's my political statement for the
There
day.
you go.
yeah.
You know, and being able to pick up a case of beer at the gas station on the way home from work,
Brilliant idea.
See, I don't understand why like Canada can't do this, and think of all the environmental savings of driving around and expelling gas from your car, going from the liquor store. That's the biggest pain in the butt. It's like you have to go to the liquor store, wait in that lineup, then you have to move, go get your groceries, go all these different places.
In my drinking age lifetime, which I guess it's been like 20 years now, but I've seen the liquor stores go from like you can only get it at the liquor store, you can only pay with cash, right? And it's only open from 9 till 5, Monday till Friday. That's the liquor store.
And everyone's working that time,
exactly.
So no one's going to be drinking.
They're trying to make it as hard as possible. And you have to plan ahead. You're going to have a party on Saturday. You've got to make sure you get to the liquor store before 5 on one day during the week.
I'm scared to live in that world.
You know, and then you have to pay cash. You couldn't even... Credit card only came in like 10 years ago, right? It's like, why wouldn't you take my money? It's a business, right? It's crazy.
That's what happens when the government gets involved with things.
Taco, you want to come and give us your
down.
opinion on the California Pale Ale? You have to come over here because we don't have a camera for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Would you like to share? No?
No, it's okay. I've been sitting all day, so.
There we go.
Hi, Patrick. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi. I met you.
Really?
Yeah,
in class.
I was probably
my
drunk.
heart. That's
So...
in class.
Oh,
my god.
Jiu-jitsu.
Even better.
We all look different in our geese.
That's...
We real.
I
I don't wear my glasses in class.
There you
And
go.
these are thick glasses too.
So what do you think of the California
It's
Pale Ale?
good. I like it. It's the right amount of like hoppy to it, but it's a pale ale, right?
Which one was this?
That pale ale one. The one I made is disregard label.
Oh, it's just in a different bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I opened it up, I'm like, I'd wear this one.
all right.
Yeah, it's
So that's a good bite
nice.
to it. You like it? Yeah. That's what I thought. It was more full body flavored. That it's nice. Yeah, very nice.
Very drinkable. For
Very
sure.
very drunkable. Totally got drunkabled.
Yeah.
No small way, shape, or form.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, beautiful. So where were we? Anyway, we were talking
Talking about Portland and breweries
Portland,
down there.
Tell me
Brewing.
about Portland. What were you
we were
doing
talking
there?
about the liquor stores. Yeah.
Well, I went down there for the weekend down to Portland, Oregon. We ended up just going by a few breweries. We actually didn't really go downtown for too long.
Downtown is not really the place to be for breweries.
Yeah, I only drove by one. Actually, that place was in Washington, the Fish Brewing, right?
Yeah, the fish brewery. But in Portland, in the Pearl District, there's a few breweries there.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, not you. I just talking to her from she's hiding behind Brian. So
And my big head.
I would probably do the same thing. Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't really get to check out any this time, but we did go to this cute little place called the Annex, and it was like a downstairs
cellar, basically.
Yeah, it was.
That's neat.
It was really cool, and like there were so many rooms that you could go into, and when there was a comedy show going on.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
For free, but we didn't get to enjoy it that time. It was pretty late, but next time.
Yeah, it would be good to do a tour down there. Maybe get the gang.
yeah.
And hit up Portland and drink some beer.
I read an article on the chive. I don't know if y'all heard of the chive.
We've heard of the chive. I don't trust anything on the chive.
Portland's known for their breweries, their sales tax, which is none, and their strip clubs.
I heard about that.
Did you notice that? And the roses,
because they had the rose
they're
parade.
Weeds. They're weeds. Roses grow everywhere in Portland. Like the side of the highway will have like roses everywhere, and they don't tend to them. Or at least I don't think they do.
Just wild, growing wild.
No, we went down for the Rose Parade, so
okay.
Which we didn't see it. We just got stuck in the traffic. But
But yeah, actually, our
So,
Uber driver was talking about strip
beer
clubs.
crawl / strip pub tour.
Why would they talk to you about strip clubs?
Because we
I have a great date spot for you two.
You look like the kind of folks that would love to go to a strip
it's
club.
because we're with Vampira, and she starts to initiate
these conversations.
So
we were about.
She's jumped off the
we
yeah.
were, oh shoot!
Yeah.
We were thinking of going to a place called Devil's something.
They have good mac and cheese.
You been there?
No, I've seen
the strip club.
like a no. It was a strip club. They have good mac and cheese. I've seen from like a vlog on YouTube. So, and are they vegan?
I don't know.
Or is that a different place?
I don't know.
I watch a lot of Munchies on YouTube. Yeah, they went to some strip club and just ate mac and cheese. So
Mac and cheese. But yeah, I did hear that. Well, when we're down there, all the strip clubs that
They're everywhere. They're really everywhere.
They're pretty wild. So.
And there's cars everywhere. Well, the area we were in, it was like car dealerships, everything.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
It's a nice place to be. I really like Portland for sure.
But yeah, we definitely gotta go back and check it out and really put some time in on the breweries because, like I said, we basically drove by a few or whatever and tried a few different drinks from.
We should definitely
from the local
put together
local places,
a dumb luck pub crawl.
There we go.
Craft pub crawl. 1 or 2 of them everywhere we can.
I've been to like 11 of them.
In Portland?
In Portland.
Oh, I hit 4 and I was already too drunk to go to another.
Not in one trip. Not one trip. In one trip, I'll do like you said. No, actually, I've done 6.
Well, 4 of them.
No, sorry, 8. I've done 8
over 2 nights or
one sitting.
One
we go to one. Have
you buy a flight? Oh, you bought one beer.
Exactly. No,
I bought a flight at each.
Exactly.
One.
Except, but after like the 5th one, be like, okay, we're splitting flights.
Yeah,
we're splitting flights now, and then we make it to the last one. I'm like, how are we gonna make it home? How are we gonna make it home?
Cab. Yeah.
I
was staying at a hotel down there that had like live music and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Even when it's shitty, live music's just great.
Yeah, exactly.
Even when it's bad, it's still really good.
And when it's really good, it's really good.
Great.
If you want to see a live shitty band, come next Friday.
No shitty band, a live awesome band. Yeah. Bone State Rebellion playing at the Dirty Bird or the Blackbird. Yeah, the Dirty Bird.
The Dirty Bird. Oh my god.
That's what the Flamingo used to be nicknamed, the Dirty Bird. But yeah, it's at the Blackbird.
It was technically behind the old Dirty Bird. But it's all in that.
It was at June
15th.
I was gonna say 14th.
15th, Friday.
Yeah. Hey, Rook. Rook says hi, Patty.
Who's Brooke?
Rook.
Oh, Brooke.
Rook.
Oh, Rook. Hey, hello.
There you go.
We went to the same high school.
Oh, you did?
Fun fact. You went to the same high school.
Yes. Tomatoes. Yeah.
He graduated 15 years before I did.
That means he's really old.
Yeah.
Very youthful.
You look like you're 20.
Yes.
My sister might have taught you.
Who's your sister?
She does jujitsu with us.
Oh, okay.
No, maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe not that
small
long.
world.
No, but
world.
they were teaching, but not at Timanowis. None of my family members, and I have a lot of teachers in my family. None of them have taught at Timanowis.
Mm-hmm.
Always in and around, but never.
Interesting school, let me tell you.
We don't look 15 years apart, do we?
I mean,
actually,
I'm looking at this thing. I feel like a child.
It's like the chair's a little lower. I'm like sitting over here.
Fucking out of here.
Yeah, we're
slightly curved.
We're feeding this kid beer. What are you doing?
Is this legal?
Is this even legal?
He's making his own.
Mango?
Oh yes.
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
I mean, there's a bottle, but I don't know how much we're gonna get out of it.
You want my glass?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous to open it.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, another one. Yeah.
Fire it into the sink, man. Just go for it.
It's just this one though, so I'm nervous to open it. Also, I don't have a bottle over there.
I have one on my finger.
You have one on your finger?
Yeah.
Don't open it. Okay.
Let Paul do it.
Paul?
Wait, hold on.
So what are we opening? You want this open?
Yes.
Yeah, but
this is the mango.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, let's see here. I can't get with the beer can. Oh.
You gotta tilt the other way there, Brian.
You're
Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
You gotta level that image. All right, here we go.
Oh,
perfecto.
And you know what that means? It means it wasn't sealed properly. So.
Oh, maybe not.
I'm hoping
Let's see.
I'm hoping it's still a little fizzy.
Oh, it smells delicious. You know what it smells like? It smells like that
I was hoping you'd
Melona.
Oh yeah, the ice cream,
The mango one.
I was hoping you'd say mango because that's what that's what I'm trying for here.
So good. Would you ever
my
try
God.
passion
Holy,
fruit?
that smells really good. Oh wow. Okay. Here. Ooh. Oh my God.
We didn't taste that. Now.
And a little shout out to Commander Root and Electric Skateboard, watching every broadcast. Thank you very much.
Good for them. That's awesome. I'm happy I brought the amount I did.
We're happy too.
I'm almost wishing I brought more.
No,
I didn't want to.
Sorry, I missed half of
No,
the
of
broadcast,
course.
So you guys
Please.
might have covered this already. But how many different types of beer do you have?
Do I have or have I made?
Or made? Have you made?
Like 7. About 7.
Good amount.
That California Pale Ale has been made before and people have loved it. So if it's going okay, then do it again.
Yeah.
The first one I believe ever made was ginger grosh. Ginger grosh. Turned sour, but still really drinkable. So try to make that again. Threw way too much ginger in it. Now it tastes like dirt, but I still like it, but other people might not. So
do you have any IPAs?
So this one we called it an IPA
Oh.
because I threw just like an assload of hops in it. It's not as hoppy as the IPA you would normally get at a craft
But
brewery.
neither is Alexander Keith's IPA. That's not
I
IPA.
almost feel like that's
Alexander
a crime.
Keith's is kind of like the fake IPA.
That's a
Yeah.
crime to call that an IPA.
I think it's just it doesn't have any hops in it really. It's not an
even,
IPA.
It's almost a lager.
It is.
It's
It
almost
really is.
lager.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't think it has any hops in it. I think it was just a labeling advertising job.
That's
Like
rude.
traditionally, I think it has a heritage of being that IPA. It might be the same recipe.
Maybe
But
to make
they
it more
didn't-
marketable to
Yeah. Because it was India Pale Ale was the hops were put in, right, to like stabilize the beer for the trip down to India.
I can see that.
Right? But it wasn't made for flavor. It was made for
definitely was not.
shelf life, right?
Yeah.
And maybe it's that same brew without the hops. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a very light beer, and I was almost offended when I drank it.
Oh, I was at a restaurant once, and I was kind of half listening to the waitress say the beer list. I'm like, okay, well, so what do you guys have? And I'm like, no. And I just heard IPA, and I was like, okay, I'll get that IPA.
And it was a Keith's.
And it was Alexander Keith's, and I
no.
didn't know. Right? They brought it, and I'm like, that's not IPA.
Yeah.
And I sent it back.
Oh my god.
And she brought another one. She's like, "Oh, this is definitely like that guy. I saw him out of the tap. It's the right one." And I'm like, "Oh shit, this is Alexander Keith's IPA, isn't it?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I feel so bad. I gave her shit for that and sent it back."
I'll take that one back again.
Like,
You didn't dump it out yet, did you?
yeah, I was just like,
But no, like that. Like I said, that's
made
that's
a
my
fool
staple.
of myself.
My staple for my beer that I usually get, and yeah, it's not an IPA. It's more of a I don't know.
It's just a good light
lager,
drinking beer. There's nothing
yeah.
went with it. It's
Yeah.
a good beer,
I
but
like
it's not
it.
an IPA.
Did you want some more of this? Do you mind if I pour myself a little bit?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
go
cool.
ahead.
My
Yummy.
glass has been empty for like
Can I
45
can I
minutes.
drink some of my own
Just
beer?
No, you gave it to us. It's ours now.
No, and I really wanted to just bring it to you
Mhm.
and just, hey, here's my beer. Just have a taste, see what you think. And
Oh man,
I'm really happy.
I can't
this
wait.
is a lot of fun.
I can't wait to do a brew
Holy
day
shit.
with you. This
This
will
is
be great.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got to do a Saturday, and then we're gonna really hit the drinks. I think.
On a Saturday one.
I am
Yeah.
bringing that mini Heineken keg for your Saturday. I
I
don't know
think
what
so.
Saturday that is.
What are you doing this Saturday?
And if you don't mind setting up like a sleeping bag in the back.
There's a bedroom right on the other side of the wall.
But I'm bringing that
bathtub
mini
right over
keg.
there.
Yeah.
The bathtub right over there. Just, dude, I've woken up in a bathtub before after a
I
party.
have as well. Not after a party, but I have as well.
But it was the rudest awakening ever because the place I crashed had only one bathroom.
And that means
Mm.
And in the morning,
What's that smell?
it's not even funny because that's the truth. And I was like in the bathtub, I'm like, oh my eyes. And there's butt. And there's a man ass right there. And I look up and I'm like, oh, hey, Phil. Phil's like, hey, buddy. I'm like, hi. Like, all hungover and
You
just
mind turning the fan
trash.
on?
And there's Phil taking a shit about 3 feet or 3 inches from my nose. Because I'm like right in the bathtub right there. But I just like rolled over, went back to sleep.
nothing happened. Nothing.
It was hilarious.
Okay.
I just love his nonchalance. He's like, well, I gotta take a dump. Hey, man.
I'm
Your
not going
fault.
outside.
Your fault. You slept there.
Exactly. Who passes out in the bathtub?
Will there be an episode where you don't talk about shit?
It might be a running theme.
It's higher viewers. I think.
Yeah,
Everyone likes to talk
it's a
about
big
poop.
viewership draw.
No. Sorry. Viewer shit draw.
Viewership draw. If you haven't seen those episodes,
pun.
we actually
Yeah.
talk about the Tim Hortons
Poo
lady.
flinging incident.
poo flinging incident, and one of our last episodes is about the poo that flew
of the airplane.
out of the airplane in Kelowna somewhere.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, in Kelowna, yeah, just aerial bombing. What do they
There
call
we
that?
go.
B-52?
Oh,
Or what is it? No, what do they call it? What is it?
no.
Dive bomb? I don't know.
Diarrhea bomb.
You guys
Both
are
of those.
gross.
Oh, it's like there was a thing went around that I think it's called the B-52, and you wrap your feet and hands on the top of the stall.
my God.
Oh, it's like a bomber.
Yeah,
Okay.
aim
Oh.
Okay.
Some
Another shot.
poor guy looking up.
I bet you somebody actually did it.
I'm
Hey,
sure
man,
someone
you know-
has.
People like Ryan, they know.
Yeah,
they know.
we can demonstrate that on our next podcast.
I bet you Ryan has cleaned up a B-52.
when you gotta go, I mean, you gotta go.
Sometimes working in retail, no matter how high ranking you are, you end up having to deal with.
Especially if you're high ranking.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, this has been awesome, guys. Thanks,
Yeah.
Patrick, for coming
Yeah,
out.
thank
We
you
had
very
a good
much.
time.
It's been
Blast. This was
fantastic.
bloody fun.
We'll definitely
I
have
had
you
a lot
back,
of fun.
because your
Cool.
beer was
Alright.
awesome. So
Yeah.
once you start brewing,
Oh,
we'll be
shit, I gotta make
we're
more
pointing
beer
him.
now.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some demand for your beer now.
Alright,
So.
okay, alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
And this is Brian.
This is Paul.
This is Patrick.
This is Pink Taco.
And that's Pink Taco. And
Should
you're
wave too.
awesome.
And check us out on Instagram and give us a like on there. Follow us on Facebook, Dumb Luck Brewing.
Yep. Facebook.
Where else
Dumb
we
Luck
got?
Brewing. Yep. Instagram at Dumb Luck Brewing. Reddit r/Dumb Luck Brewing.
You guys got
And of
your
course,
own
we're
Reddit.
here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Dumb Luck
And I
Brewing.
think we'll try to hit up another show for this Saturday for sure. So we'll be here Saturday, I think, unless you're working.
No, I'm working day shift, so I can
All right.
drink.
So you know
Great.
what? Maybe stay tuned for like a low, maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock late show on Saturday.
Later, but not late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhat.
So yeah, about 8 o'clock, probably Saturday. Yeah.
No, right.
Good time. Good time.
Thanks for watching Dumb Luck Brewing video podcast number 24. Oh, we got something over the top there. Got some music happening.
Awesome. You're awesome.
Exactly. I didn't mean to make them that strong. Really happy
One
like
of
that.
those beers that you